Hi, this is Martijn Westerholt, and you're watching Eclectic Arts.
Cool. So thanks a lot for doing the interview. Welcome back to Seattle.
It's a pleasure.
And you guys had a 7 song set tonight?
No, I think it was eight or perhaps even nine. It was Sucker Punch, Devil, We Are the Army of Dolls, Sing to Me. After that, Sleepwalker's Dream. After that, We Are the Others. Then it was Don't Let Go. Then it was not eight songs.
8 songs. All right. Cool. And how often has Marco come out on this tour to sing?
Fairly often, actually. I think, yeah, there was some flu going around in the travel party with all bands, so this was a bit of a party pooper. But except that, yeah, I think he did a lot of shows. I think, yeah, perhaps half of it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And I know that when I've talked to, well, I don't know if you remember, we did an email interview about 2 years ago, and then I would also talk to you guys after the shows in Seattle at L4 Zone. But Charlotte had told me that's kind of like five is the magic number for tours before you guys can headline. Is that kind of the case?
Yeah, well, our agent told us like if you support five times in the States, then you ought to be ready to headline, and this is tour number four. So it's getting time. So yeah, now it's going well. The fans and the crowd, um, yeah, they give us a warm welcome, and we really feel spoiled. We really feel happy about that. So it feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like every time I see you guys that there's that many more fans into you guys, and the reaction's even bigger and stronger. So you're doing what a lot of bands used to do, which is tour, kind of plant those seeds in the first tour, then the second tour, and the third tour, and it just grows and grows and grows. And then, yeah, hopefully next, well, maybe the fifth time or the sixth time, you'll be here either a special guest or definitely headlining. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Of course, the main goal is to headline, and yeah, you need a fairly good basis for that in terms of fan base, and I think we're ahead of schedule actually, so we're spoiled. So yeah, no, it's really great for us to tour in the States. It's not a coincidence that we come here so often. So I think it will happen pretty soon. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Thank you.
Um, one thing I want to ask you is that I know Otto couldn't do this tour because he was waiting for the birth of his child, and so was there any thought about possibly replacing him with a bass player instead of using like a backing track?
No, not really, because we used to be a five-man band, and now we're also a five-man band. And actually, it's only been a year that we play with six members. Now Miro is added, and it also saves cost, of course, not to add a bass player. And yeah, of course, we miss Otto dearly, and I think the crowd misses him too. We had some warming response from fans, but I also accept it. I think it's a good reason, and I think this is a good solution like this. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the solution. And he's there.
Oh yeah, there
So
he is.
yeah,
Always on the
he printed a picture of himself looking a little bit like a historic figure you might know, and yeah, so we put him in here.
So he's always with you guys, no matter where
A
you're
little
at.
bit, yes. Yeah.
That's too funny. For those that can't see this, there's the picture of Otto kind of as Jesus H Christ up on the
He
wall.
has a little bit the same hairdo, so yeah, I understand why he chose this figure. Yeah.
Very cool. I know one thing is that you guys have Lunar Prelude out right now to kind of keep things going with this tour. So, what's going on with the next full length album?
Well, that's a good one because it's actually been a dilemma. We had many requests for shows and for tours, and very interesting tours and shows that it was a little bit dilemma to not play too much because we have an album to make, and on the other hand, yeah, take the chances you get to do really cool shows and cool tours, and the fans are asking for it. They're asking, come to us in South America, North America, Europe, wherever, um, and yeah, we have to respond to that, and the plan now is to finish the album in April, May when we're back, and it's gonna be a tough one because there's still a lot to do, and that's also one of the reasons we released this EP, the Lunar Prelude EP, because fans were asking for material, and we thought we have some songs ready. Why not release an EP? We're going on tour after that, and then we give the fans what they want, like a warming up party towards the album, and that was a little bit the plan. So yeah.
Okay, so it's working out well, especially when you're back here in the U.S. on this tour, and it kind of there's something new to kind of keep people's appetite wet, basically, until the full length comes out. And so, are you guys to the point that in April and May that you already have songs written, or you have to actually go and write some more songs to be able to record?
No, fortunately not. I think we have about 7 to 8 songs, of which Sucker Punch is one. Sucker Punch will be on the album too. But in general, we have songs done, but we're not quite there yet, and I'm always pretty critical about the material. It should be good, and you need to take time for that. So we really planned up front. We knew this was coming, so we did as much as we could do before the tour, before the 70,000 Tons of Metal cruise, which happened beginning of February. And I think we are in a good shape, but we have to keep it up. We have to keep up the pace, because otherwise, then we're not gonna make it in time. So yeah.
Do you thrive under that kind of pressure, knowing that you have a schedule of album tours, festivals in the summer?
A lot of people do. I do not. I hate it. No, I want to take time. I'm really critical, and I want to take steps back. I think that's what I do best. Being able to zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, and this takes time. So I'm not good at this, but Charlotte is pretty good at it. So that's a bit of luck we have. And yeah, I just try to plan. And since I'm the producer, in my it's in my possibilities to plan the stuff. So that's my luck then. But yeah, sometimes I do have to go full throttle and keep the pressure. Yeah, keep functioning under pressure. Yeah.
Well, you seem to be doing a really good job with it, so
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, you guys are hitting it hard again with the tours and putting out quality albums and quality music, so it's being noticed by people for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. As a producer, your records sound amazing, and so are you kind of self-taught, or did you actually take any classes of how to do music production?
No, I think for me I think my main quality is just my hearing and knowing what I want and how to get there. I don't know that. I just pitch mixers and I pitch people and I pitch as long as I get what I want. And yeah, that's the trick for me. So at the end, for this album and the previous album, we ended up with the Fredman Studios in Sweden. They are well known for Dimmu Borgir or In Flames or Soilwork, and this is the sound I really like. And yeah, there's some tweaking to do always and with mixing, but really nice guys, good guys, and I think it's a fit. And yeah, that's the way to work and plan, and the most important thing is to write the stuff you want to make. And we got a really good team. I do that together with Gus and with Charlotte. Gus is not in the band, but he has been part of Delain since the very beginning, and I know him still from my Within Temptation period when he toured with us with his old band Orphanage. And we're a really good team, and I'm yeah, really have faith in our capabilities to write music together. And yeah, so that's the way our clock ticks. Yeah.
Do you now that you have two guitarists in the band, is there going to be like maybe one song or maybe a couple songs on the new album that is going to really showcase their talents? Because you got two incredible guitarists in your band now.
Well, for us, it doesn't really make a difference. Most of the time when we record four guitar tracks, and yeah, the writing of the guitar stuff mostly happens by Guus and me, and a little bit by Charlotte. But right now it develops like this that also Timo is getting quite involved in that, and so it's increasing already. And I hope Mira will add to. Right now she was still very busy to get into Delain, into the current material, and she had her other band, so she was not really into it yet. But yeah, we have to give it time, and with time, I think it will increase like that. And I'm very much in favor of getting more really cool riffs and more guitar stuff in there. So I hope we succeed with that, increasing that. Yeah.
Okay, something that just kind of came to mind right now, and I know you're really busy with the schedule with Delain, but do you ever see maybe, I don't know if it's 10 years down the road or where things kind of, you have some breathing room where you might do a solo record?
Good question. No, I can really only focus on one thing, and Um, it's a good question because we are scheming and plotting something with the 10-year anniversary. It has been indeed 10 years ago since we released our first record, Lucidity Records, and we're planning to do something special with that this year. And yeah, we're setting up a special show and perhaps thinking of a re-release. Um, so yeah, things are coming up with that. So there's work on. But for me, a solo record, I consider Delain kind of my kid already anyway. So I don't feel the need for that. No. But you never know. You never know. At a certain point, you perhaps want to do something else, something different, which is not Delain, and then it might be good reason. So who knows? Yeah.
So basically, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I honestly don't know. No, but you never know how things will develop and how things will go. Yeah.
Looking back now that it's been 10 years since Lucidity came out, did you ever think you'd be to the level of popularity that you guys are as a band?
That's always difficult to answer because you always put the bar higher and higher and higher. And if I look back at the very beginning, I surely did not plan to do this where we are now. Um, Doing this full time, being a full time musician, tour the world. Yeah, that was not the plan, and and we're here. And yeah, the next plan is to headline, and the next plan is to yeah get less and less boundaries to develop what you want to make. And that's for me the main goal: to get rid of the financial boundaries, to make something beautiful. And if I succeed, and if Charlotte succeeds, if we succeed together, that's up to the fans. They're in charge of that. But we aim to widen the possibilities in being creative. So there's always the wish and the desire to aim higher and bigger, and I think that's healthy. Yeah. But on the other hand, you also should cherish what you have. That's also important. And I think we're really spoiled to what we have, and we should be really thankful and grateful for that. So yeah, I am. Yeah.
Nice. How do you? I've had a chance to interview some other musical artists and people from TV and film and that kind of thing. And I remember the first time I met you guys after the 2013, the first U.S. tour here. Um, how do you guys stay so grounded? I mean, you're just like regular people. They couldn't be nicer. And not all bands are like that, to be honest with you. But you guys are like super cool. And I mean, how do you approach things? Or maybe you don't even try to think about it. You're just kind of just being who you are, and this is the way that you want to.
I think it's who we culture. Like, behave normal, then you behave like crazy enough. That's a little bit of Dutch culture. On the other hand, it's not always a good culture because sometimes you should be proud of what you do and should be able to say that, hey, I think I'm good in what I'm doing. I think that's a little bit more in American culture, and I think a mixture of both is just fine. And on the other hand, yeah, indeed, behave normal. We're all people. Even the queen goes to the toilet, to the restroom. So, yeah, it's. I think that's important, and it also keeps you enjoying the small things in life. To preach here, by the way, but yeah.
No, I really appreciate what you had to say because it makes a lot of sense. I think sometimes people um, they kind of forget, either where they came from or that trying to enjoy the small things and not taking things for granted. And you guys, as a band, definitely don't. You're so appreciative of the fans and everything else that has come your way. Like you were saying, that you're so spoiled, but spoiled in the best possible way. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, but it's because of the fans we're here. They pay to go to a concert. They pay to buy merchandise, and without that, we cannot do this. So as simple as that. So they're the boss, not we. So not us. So yeah, that's how I see it. And yeah. On the other hand, of course, it's important to keep the magic a bit alive in what you're doing. That's the other side of the whole thing. And I think it should be in balance and be a stable group. That's important. Having fun together. You also see a lot of bands breaking apart, and yeah, then everything you build together is gone. And I think the trick with this is to try to make music you like yourself and the fans like, and keep going, playing, be stable, and bring out good quality stuff. And yeah, I hope we're doing that. And but yeah, once again, that's up to the people.
You definitely are doing that.
Thank you.
So one last question for you. Where do you draw your inspiration from when it comes to? And I realize you collaborate with Charlotte and with Gus, but where does your inspiration come from after all these years of performing music?
For me, it's purely the desire to play and to. It's not concrete for me. It's just a feeling like, okay, I'm gonna play now. And in my case, I like melancholic music. I like hard guitar riffing. I like contrast, and yeah, that's what I make. And sometimes then, indeed, we collaborate, but we also make stuff on our own, and then develop that later on in the process. So it can be that we start something from scratch, or it can be that me or Charlotte or Gus have an idea already, and we do that ourselves at home. And it can be a number of things. I cannot write when I'm miserable. I have to be happy and not a lot on my mind, and then I can write. And yeah, that's my way of playing. And I get inspiration. For example, for the guys playing tonight, Nightwish. I'm a big fan of Tuomas, and I think he writes beautiful stuff. And yeah, it can be other artists as well, which yeah, triggers you, or you hear something, you think, oh, but that's a nice thing. I didn't think about something. I would like to play something with that approach, but then of course in my own thing, in my own way. And that can be a lot. That's inspiration. But it can also be something popping up from your head from nothing. So it can be a lot of different things. If I wouldn't know, it would make things far easier. That's also sometimes a little bit the magic in what to produce. So yeah.
And I lied. I have one more question for you.
Bring it
um,
on.
so when you're not doing anything related to Delain, what are your interests outside of Delain?
Well, I'm a geek. I like sci-fi a lot. So Star Wars, of course, Star Trek as well. I'm really anxiously waiting new series sometime. It would be nice. I like games, Command and Conquer or Empire Total War, that kind of stuff. I'm very much into history. I really follow history. For example, in America, I went to the last tour. I went to Civil War battlefields. I went to Gettysburg. Um, So I think if I would not be a musician, I think I would be in history. I would be a teacher or something else. Yeah, I like more than only music. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time, and again, welcome back to Seattle. And thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So, Martin, if you could actually do an intro. So, if you could say, um, "Hi, this is Martijn from Delain, and you're watching Eclectic Arts."
Eclectic Arts.
Yep.
Okay.